What if I told you that right now, you might be stopping the very thing that makes your cat truly happy? Most cat owners do it, without even realizing, and it quietly chips away at their cat's joy. The shocking part? What you think is protecting your cat or keeping them safe may actually be stealing one of their greatest sources of comfort. And once you see it, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Miss this, and you may never discover the truth your cat has been trying to tell you all along. Welcome to Paws and Whiskers. If you're a true cat lover who wants to understand your feline friend on a deeper, emotional level, you're in the right place. Stay with me until the end, because every moment of this video uncovers a hidden truth about your cat's happiness that most owners never realize. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever noticed your cat doing something you tried to stop, only to realize later it actually mattered to them? Let's make the comments a tribute to every cat that changed our lives. Sometimes. It's the smallest, silliest behaviors that hold the deepest meaning for your cat. Yet most of us shut them down before we even realize what they mean. And in doing so, we silence a part of our cat's happiness. Let's start with one that every cat parent knows, yet almost every cat parent misunderstands. Knocking things off tables. The physics of joy. You've seen it, the slow stretch of the paw, the subtle nudge, the crash of your pen, your keys, or maybe even your full glass of water hitting the floor. Your first thought? Why are you like this? But here's the truth. This isn't destruction. It's discovery. Cats are explorers by nature. Each swat, each fall is their way of testing weight, sound, movement. It's play, it's hunting practice, it's curiosity at its purest. And here's the twist most people don't know. A cat only enters investigator mode when they feel truly safe. That moment when your cat casually pushes your belongings to the floor isn't rebellion. It's a quiet celebration of trust. They feel comfortable enough in your home to let curiosity take over. So the next time you're scrubbing red wine, from your carpet paws, ask yourself, would you rather have silence or a cat who feels so secure they dare to test gravity in front of you? Tell me in the comments, has your cat ever destroyed something priceless and you couldn't? Even stay mad because of the look on their face? I really want to hear those stories. But knocking things over isn't the only crime we wrongly punish. The next one might just be happening while you're watching this video. Sitting on your laptop, a message hidden in fur. Picture this. You sit down at your desk. The screen glows. Work is waiting. You're ready to dive in when, suddenly, bam! A warm, furry body plops down on your keyboard. Annoying? Sure. Inconvenient? Absolutely. But here's the question. What if that interruption isn't random at all? What if it's your cat's way of telling you something far more powerful than words ever could? Stay with me, because this habit you've probably tried to prevent might be the clearest proof that your cat loves you. Sitting on your basarumi laptop, a silent confession of love. Your cat's fluffy body sprawls across your keyboard, paws pressing random keys, screen flickering with nonsense. Annoying? Maybe. Adorable? Always. But here's the truth. This moment is never random. The warmth, the hum, the scent of you still lingering on the keys, and the way you're focused so intently, it all draws them in. To your cat, that glowing device is the center of your world. And so they place themselves right there, not to block your work, but to become part of it. It's not attention-seeking, it's connection-seeking. They don't just want your eyes, they want your presence, your heartbeat, your love. So the next time your project is interrupted, ask yourself, what matters more? Finishing that email, or letting your cat tell you, in their own way, I belong here with you? Would you have moved them off? Or would you let them stay? I'd love to hear your answer in the comments. But not every message of love comes so calmly. Sometimes it arrives like a storm at midnight. 3. The 3 a.m. Zoomies, a jungle in your living room. You're deep in sleep, lost in dreams. Suddenly, thud, crash, sprint. A streak of fur rockets down the hallway, launching off furniture, bouncing off walls. At 3 a.m., your home transforms into a jungle, and your cat is the hunter. To you, it's chaos. To them, it's instinct. Cats are crepuscular, born to stalk prey at dawn and dusk. Those nightly parkour marathons aren't rebellion. They're echoes of survival coded into their DNA. So ask yourself, is this madness really a problem, or is it proof your cat's spirit is alive and untamed? Yes, I'll share ways to gently manage this rhythm later. But for now, let's dive into something far more shocking. Because when your cat brings you a gift, it's not just a gift. It's a piece of their heart. Or bringing you gifts, the language of loyalty, a sock, a feather, or maybe the lifeless body of a mouse. It feels disturbing. It feels gross. But to your cat, it's sacred. Cats share food with those they see as family. And if your cat drops a gift at your feet, they're saying, "You are mine. You belong in my circle. I will provide for you, as a mother would for her kittens." So before you recoil, remember this. What feels like horror to you is love to them. Tell me in the comments, has your cat ever brought you something shocking? What did you do in that moment? I want to hear your stories. But what if I told you the most powerful way cats express love isn't in the gifts they bring or the chaos they cause, but in the quiet, almost invisible signals we overlook every day? 5. The stare, a silent declaration of love. Not every cat shows affection with gifts or chaos. Sometimes they simply sit in silence just a few feet away, their eyes fixed on you, unblinking, unmoving, watching. To us, it can feel unnerving, almost like being stalked. Some pet parents even shoo their cats away, unsettled by the intensity of that gaze. But here's the twist. When your cat watches you quietly, especially with those soft, slow blinks, it's not aggression, it's devotion. In their world, this stillness is intimacy. It's their way of saying, "I love you. I trust you enough to watch, without fear." Tell me honestly, has your cat ever stared at you like this? Did you find it sweet or a little terrifying? Share your story below. But what if I told you their watchful eyes are just the beginning of how far they'll go to stay close? 6. Following you everywhere, even the bathroom. Dogs aren't the only shadows. Cats, too, become loyal followers, trailing you from room to room, refusing to let you leave their sight. Yes, even into the bathroom. At first, it feels invasive, frustrating, private moments shattered by a pair of glowing eyes. But what seems like nosiness is really something much deeper. When your cat follows you everywhere, it isn't because they're clingy. It's because your presence anchors them. You are their safe place, their compass. And even if the action is brushing your teeth or doing something you'd rather no one witness, to your cat, being near you is what matters most. So the next time you feel irritated at their persistence, ask yourself, isn't it humbling that you are their world? And yet, sometimes, it's not your presence they crave. Sometimes it's the essence of you, the invisible trace you leave behind. 7. Sleeping on your clothes, wrapped in your scent. You've bought them a luxury cat bed, plush, perfect, expensive. And yet, your cat ignores it completely, choosing instead to curl up on your sweatshirt, your jeans, or even your fresh laundry. Why? Because your clothes are more than fabric. To your cat, they're pieces of you. They carry your scent, your warmth, your comfort. When they knead into your sweater or fall asleep on your discarded hoodie, they're not being defiant. They're self-soothing with the smell of the one they love most. Yes, it's frustrating when their paws ruin your clean laundry. But behind it lies something beautiful, the proof that even when you're not holding them, your cat is holding on to you. Tell me in the comments, does your cat have a favorite item of yours they refuse to give up? Let's turn the comments into a gallery of love. But here's where it gets even more fascinating, because sometimes the way cats cling to us has nothing to do with clothes or rooms or even gifts. Sometimes it's about how they choose to share the most vulnerable part of themselves with you. The dilemma. What can you do? All right, feline fanatics. Let's be honest. Some of you might be thinking, so I'm just supposed to let my cat destroy my stuff, steal my seat, and turn my house into a midnight racetrack, and you'd be right to feel frustrated. Just because your cat's intentions are loving doesn't mean you have to live in chaos. But here's the secret. You don't need to punish them. You only need to redirect their love. Solutions without punishment. If they push things off tables, create a safe experimentation shelf. A place where they can indulge their inner scientist without breaking your treasures. If they steal your laptop, offer them a heated mat or a soft blanket right beside you. Reward them for choosing it. You're not denying closeness. You're channeling it. If they wake you at 3 a.m. with zoomies, give them a 15-minute play session before bed. Then feed them. Play is the hunt. The meal is the reward. Together, it satisfies their instincts and lets you finally sleep in peace. If they bring you gifts, praise the gesture. Quietly replace the horror with toys they can proudly gift you instead. It's not about scolding, it's about guiding. If they sleep on your clothes, place a worn t-shirt in their bed. Let your scent be their comfort. And finally, watch that expensive cat bed get some use. Here's the truth. Every frustrating, messy, inconvenient habit is, at its heart, an expression of trust, love, and comfort. And if you can look past the chaos, you'll see it for what it really is. Proof that your cat feels safe enough to be their truest self with you. So I'll ask you, next time your cat does something that drives you a little crazy, will you see only the mess, or will you see the love hiding inside it? I want to hear your stories below. Which of these habits does your cat do the most? And how do you handle it? Let's turn the comments into a tribute to the cats who make our lives both harder and infinitely more beautiful. They might be mischievous, but some cats take it to another level, especially orange cats. What we discovered about them will shock you. Click the video on your screen and let's uncover the mystery together.